Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sergeant Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug, continues to protect our freedoms.
What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And real quick, I just wanted to give you an update. You see, today we see this ridiculous post by Donald J. Orangutan himself. Great job by the National Guard in Los Angeles after 2 days of violence, clashes, and unrest. We have an incompetent governor, blah, 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 blah. Go down to the bottom, and he says, radical left protesters and instigators and often paid troublemakers will not be tolerated. Let's just think about that for a second. Also, from now on, masks will not be allowed to be worn at protests. Ha! What do these people have to hide? And why? Again, thank you to the National Guard for a job well done. Unfortunately, there was nothing done. They have been activated. They have been federalized. Don't forget that. But more importantly, they haven't done anything yet. As usual, he's taken a false victory lap for nothing being done like he's done his entire life. But him making this statement is what shows his hand. You see, he's willing to go to these lengths to make these big grandiose statements because there's a fat, orange maniac with bad hair and a diaper full of doo-doo. He stinks, but his administration stinks. Everything he does stinks. And as a dictator, as an authoritarian, he has to make it seem like everybody's behind him or everything he does is going well. Or he's stronger than he is. So that's why he's doing that. That's why he did what he did last night. And while we were dealing with the very real problem of federalizing the National Guard, calling them out. Remember, they haven't done anything yet, so this is a victory lap for no reason, but it's showing his hand. The reason why he did that is because he wanted to distract us. I wanted to make sure that even though we're looking at the problem in LA, we don't forget what else you may have missed on Saturday, which was this.
Buddy, thank you for being here today. I can't do any of this without you. I've said this in multiple speeches. Alone, each of us is a drop of water. Together, we are the flood. And I heard the fascists can't swim. What's happening in this country right now is a fascist, authoritarian takedown of the oldest democracy on planet Earth, and it is backed by Russia. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either naive or dishonest. And here's the thing. I don't want to be in cahoots with any dictator. But I sure as shit don't want to be in cahoots with a 4-foot-tall dictator that can't fight even the tiniest nation who just got 40% of his bombers blown up by drones and has to... and has to borrow troops from North Korea. That's not strength, it's weakness. Vladimir Putin is a fucking loser. That's why he likes Donald Trump so much, because he's a fucking loser too. And so are all these soy boy, pencil-armed, soft-handed cocks that support him. Like Charlie Kirk. You think Charlie Kirk's an alpha male? Come see me sometime, Charlie Kirk. Ben Shapiro is a spineless coward. J.D. Vance looks like his face looks like a volleyball. These people aren't tough. They're not tough. They're weak. They're small men pretending to be big, just like Putin. The hardest thing Donald Trump has ever done is hold a golf club, and he has to lie about how good he is at that. Fox News is a Russian-backed disinformation network attacking the oldest democracy on earth. They're going to be investigated. This will come to an end. Fascism always fails. Yeah. Dictatorships always fail. Yeah. This one will fail too. Yeah. I'm going to help make sure it does. And when it fails, when it inevitably fails, the people of this country will hold to account anyone who enabled it or anyone that didn't have the spinal cord to fight against it. And I want to tell Fox News directly, I'm the one that brought these people here in March. I'm the one that sent them back in April. I'm the one that brought them here today. There's more of me, and there's more of them. And we're going to keep coming. And we're not always going to be this nice. If you think you're going to topple the oldest democracy on planet Earth, the shining city on the hill, fuck around and find the land of the free, then you are going to meet the brave. And if you keep this shit up, if you keep lying, and you know you are, if you keep normalizing shit that's not normal, insane washing shit that's not sane, this country is a powder keg, and you need to know, if or when that fuse is lit, it'll be lit on your front fucking door, I promise. So right now we're protesting you in New York City. We're gonna start weekly in Denver. We're doing it here regularly. We're going after every one of your satellite broadcasters, all of them. You've heard of Tesla Takedown? Allow me to introduce you to Fox Takedown. And rest assured, we will proverbially fuck shit up, I promise. And if you have an issue with it, talk to me. If you think Jesse Waters has a way with words, give me a shot. I will verbally dismantle any one of your Russian pawns on your network anytime. Give me a shot. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Make some noise.
Yeah, this is what was happening on Saturday, as well as F Your Christmas, Mr. $2 Orange Man himself was trying to make a big spectacle of his non-existent muscle by calling in the National Guard and federalizing them. It's dangerous, but we're not going to be distracted. Thank you for showing your hand yet again in your ridiculous post, because a low IQ person like you doesn't even know how to play that game right. You guys, there was a march on Fox News. There will be more. There was a march in the Capitol by veterans. There was a march everywhere, every weekend. And we will not let up, give up, or give in. Not an inch. So while he tries to hide his catfight, while he tries to hide his failures by grandiose statements and federalizing the National Guard, always remember, we can do two things at once. You're not distracting from that. We see it. Don't forget it. Don't forget that. Have a good Sunday.
Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say Our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.